Nick Gilgis outside the London Stadium, West Ham fan TV. Mike, it was poor.
Where do I start and where do I finish?
Quickly, I hope, because it's cold.
The only positive to take out of that game probably is Antonio, obviously, getting over his bout of COVID, and good to see him back on the pitch
And scoring.
But, scoring, yeah, very quick goal as well. I think it was within about 2-3 minutes of the second half, I believe. I think it was probably. Don't think it was deserved. I think it was probably against the run of play. Really, I know it was obviously Southampton were basically playing like the home team today. They came here and took the game to us completely. Had a game plan and just completely exposed our weaknesses. I mean,
Which is our defence.
Defensively, look. But then I'm going to stand there and I'm going to obviously people might criticise me and say, oh no, he don't know what he's talking about. But at the end of the day, everyone's entitled to opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been much different if we had Zuma and Ogbonna in central defence?
Yes.
No, I don't think so, because I think our problem is going forward. I know we scored 2 goals today, but this is against Southampton.
I'm sorry, mate, but the penalty, the second goal.
Let's talk about
the first goal. Shambolic.
Well, yeah, I mean, as I say, the Southampton were quicker out of the blocks, clearly. The penalty, I sat next to Jazz today, and I said to him, it looked like, for all the want that weren't a penalty, it looked like first contact was made from outside of the box, and then he stumbled in. He fell onto the player, and then the player stumbled and fell in the box. So if the first contact was made outside of the box, how is that a penalty? And then to add insult to injury, they show it on the screen again. They show it on the screen, and I think the screen pretty much was quite conclusive, wasn't it? I thought. But look, let's not take anything away from Southampton at all, because they come here. They stuck to their game plan. They got at us. I thought they were quite good on the counter, which is not something that I've really associated with the Southampton teams. I think obviously in the return fixture when we played them earlier this season down there, I think they were very unlucky not to have beaten us as well. I don't think we were that good that day,
yeah.
And I think today we were even poorer. I think we can kiss goodbye to that top 4. Because it's not for the fact that Arsenal are sweeping teams away and Tottenham have actually found some kind of form, if you call,
But listen, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
I agree.
What I want to say to you is that we've got a thin squad.
Do you know
and when
what?
there's so many out at the same time from the same positions, you're always going to struggle. And we're poor there.
But what worries me, Nicky, is the fact that a lot of those players played. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of those players played on Wednesday, correct?
Yeah.
Right? And that's the first time this season where we've lost 3 in all competitions, right?
Yeah.
Why is it that West Ham have always got this soft centre of we go and beat the bigger sides, and then when it comes to our, like I've referred to them for a long time, our bread and butter sides, we can't be putting these teams away?
I think it's different now. We've lost our whole defence. Which is
well, okay, of course, having no continuity, having no constant back 4, of course it's going to make a difference. Of course that's going to make a difference. Yeah. But I mean, our side has our side magically transformed to being shit?
Yes.
Or have we just
yes, we have.
Or have we just lost? I even said to Jas earlier, it looked like we were a team bereft of confidence today. That's how it looked like to me. I don't think it was just a defence. That's why I disagree with you, that it's just a defence. Because going forward, we didn't look like we had anything. I know we only lost by a single goal, the single goal margin. But look, I mean, we were lacking creativity. When we lost the ball from defence, and then Rice was not even, I have to say today, that was probably, even Rice didn't look that interested today. Usually he looks interested, but you're not going to pin the blame on one player. But it looks like our bad form is from players
ended up round here like this.
is transpiring and transforming to the rest of the team and making the rest of the team look utterly shite. And it's not often that I come on here and swear, because I don't like to swear. I like to speak eloquently. I like to speak, with a bit of class. But today, that was honestly. Do you remember what I said to you in the car coming up? I said to you, I got a funny feeling about this game. I said, I don't think it's going to be straightforward. I said, this is not a given. Now, we lose Declan Rice for the Watford away game. We've lost that midfield now, so it's obviously going to be Noble or Crowd that come in next to Soucek. You can't single out players in that team, really. But we have lost, we've definitely lost our momentum.
Yeah.
And the quicker we find it again, then the better. But to be honest with you, I'm stood here right now, quite honestly, thinking, what difference does it make if we beat Watford or not? We are so far away now from that. I mean, has this really shown us, has this brought us this result? Has it brought us back down to earth? And basically, we have had a very, very good season. That's only 6 losses.
Let's wait and see.
Well, look, I don't want to sort of go, oh yeah, that's it, I've given up, whatever. But at the end of the day, maybe it is starting to show that, yes, we are, I know, and you know as well as I do, that we are at least 4 to 6 players away from a top 6, top 4 challenging side. But, if the players that we've got that, we play week in, week out, like your Ben Ramas, like your Fornals, like even Bowen today didn't look fantastic. The guy don't stop running, but he looks, he had a task to do. And obviously when Antonio came on in the second half, he obviously helped him. But I'm worried. I think we're more than 6 players away from being a top, And
if they're injured, we are.
Well,
that's what I say.
But the thing is, though, our backup players, I've said this for a long time now, our backup players are not good enough to come off the bench and make an impact.
They're not good enough to come and push into the first team altogether.
But it's to make an impact. It's like, if you look at Arsenal, they've got Smith Rowe that they can bring off the bench. He's come on, I think, in the last, 3, 4, 5 games and scored within sort of 4 or 5 minutes of him being on. We don't have those impact players. I mean, what today Moyes saw, Vlasic played, he had a better game against obviously on Wednesday against Tottenham. So did that merit him starting today? I don't know. But the point I'm making is that what we have on the bench isn't good enough. That's why I think I'm worried that unless we get rid of that dead wood and all those players that are on very, very high wages, then we're not going to be able to bring anyone else on. Krasinski or no Krasinski, I don't care. So, there's unfortunately no positives to take out of today. I apologise.
All right, mate.
All right.
Merry
Cheers,
Christmas
Nicky.
to you.
Yeah,